Here, once again, every day I come to this platform, I'm battling with the old me. And if you're watching, so are you. Let's win today. So I'm going to come today with a video that's really following my last video. It's gonna be real short, not long, but it's gonna be straight to the point on what I'm going through. I was losing to my old self until I did that. The man that I brought out of the weight room was losing to the old Lamont. And I had to figure out something to not allow him to keep surfacing and coming about the way he did. So the truth is, like I said, I was losing to the old me. Not because I didn't have what it takes. That wasn't the reason. But because I kept making deals. I kept making deals with my comfort zone. Making too many deals with my comfort zone. I would promise myself that tomorrow I'll start. And when tomorrow came, I'll push it off again. And that was the old me so much. That was the old me so much. And the old me was real. He was winning every single time. I'm pushing it off. So there's some things that I had to do. So this is what changed and how I finally start to win those battles. And it was just a moment of what I went through, of the realization of that's the old you, Lamont. That's the old you. And I'm gonna give you a situation in which how the old me was winning these situations. I remember it clearly. I was sitting probably right where I'm at, or probably in the bed. Tools in the garage. There's a project that I got here that I need to work on. I should have started it last week, but it's still sitting in the same spot. In the same spot. All I did was think about it. That comes that I'm gonna put it off until tomorrow. I'm gonna put it off until tomorrow. And I thought to myself, I'll just get to it later. Like that was just the thought. But then it hit me. I've been saying later for months. That was just a word that I started out to like. Later was my comfort zone. Like, it was my favorite word. Really, later, comfort zone, favorite word. And every time I said it, it was just delay the project. It would delay anything. It was delaying the man that I'm trying to become, the guy who I just pulled out of the weight room. So I started to see patterns. I started to pick up on things. Like the patterns was everywhere. An unfinished job in the garage. The car needed to be clean. I needed to write something in my phone for the business. Then wrote it down, took notes of it, but never got to it. Never acted on it. There's a book that I just started to read. I'll get you guys that book too. Starting to give me a different thinking pattern, but I still haven't finished it. Should have been done with the book. Conversations with people that I should have called back, but didn't. It wasn't about not having time. I don't know, a lot of people that's around me, they may hear me say, all I need is 2 more hours in a day. Give me 26 hours a day. It wasn't a time like that. It wasn't about not having time. It was about keeping my promises to myself. And I wasn't doing that too well. And when you break enough promises to yourself, you really start to not believe in your own words. So, like, I had to make something happen. I had to get out of that. So, like, there was a major shift, and my life that I wanted to try something different than being on the same patterns that I was in the past. So I started with something small, something that I can control every day. And it was small, it wasn't big at all. It was just something that I can possibly do to keep me on track every day. I wrote down 3 things I promised myself I would do. 3 things, 3 small things that I would promise myself I would do no matter what. No matter what. Just like those non-negotiables that I talk about, it's one of those. Like 3 things every day. They didn't have to be too big, but the one thing that made me think about it, they had to be finished. They ain't had to be big. It could be anything. But the key to it had to be finished. So some days I had to call back a client, like finish a repair, spend 30 minutes reading, like little things like that. Call a client, I'm gonna do it right then and there as soon as I think about it. Like finish something that I said I had to do, finish it right then and there, get up and do it. 30 minutes of reading right before I go to bed or as soon as I wake up. And I noticed something. Every time I finished what I wrote down, I walked a little taller. I kept my head held a little higher. I trusted myself a little more. And that's how I got back to starting to believe my own words again. And throughout all of this, like, I'm not saying all of this works, but it's been working for me on the things that I've been just trying to get my life to the next level. And it's working for me. So what I've learned, I've realized the new me wasn't gonna show up because I wanted him to. Like, nah, it don't work that way. Just cause I said it, he gonna show up, nah. Like, he was only gonna show up if I started stacking all the small wins every single day and showing myself that, listen, I got the discipline to follow through. I got the drive to keep going. And I'm just gonna stick to it. Just gonna stick to it. Small wins every single day. And wins that no one else had to see or could address. But I know how I felt from getting those small wins. And that and like that feeling, like, it started to bleed into everything. My work, my business, and even how I spoke to people. Like, it's a great feeling. Get those small wins, they'll be big. I promise you they'll be big. And because when you trust yourself, other people can feel that as well. Like, if you go in talking like you don't know what you're talking about, do you think somebody gonna believe you? Like, come on, man. Like, you can't even believe yourself. And if you do, you crazy. If you do, you crazy. There's a whole bunch of steps, the new me, that I'm trying to do, and I'm trying to stay focused. I'm trying to keep pushing. And the new me stepped out, and here's one thing. The man in the waiting room that I've been talking about in the last video, the man that I had to go grab by his hand and bring him out, he ain't waiting anymore. Like, he ain't waiting anymore. Like, every promise I keep to myself. Every one that I say I'm gonna do it and I act on it is another step further from that room where the real Lamont Stringfield has been for years. And the old me, like, I ain't saying he gone, he's still there. But he is losing this battle right now when it comes to me trying to be this new person. He doesn't have a place here anymore. Because I really start bargaining with him. Like, I don't bargain with him anymore. The ego, the whatever you want to call it, the old one. I don't tell him, oh, we'll get to this later, it'll be later. Like, it's not. I tell him we're done. We're done. So I have been challenging myself a lot. So I'm gonna give you guys a challenge. If you're watching this, I'm asking you, what's one thing you've been putting off? Just one, not three, one. Just one that you've been putting off. Write it down. And before you go to bed tonight, or write it down right now as you listen, if you made it this far in the video. One thing, write it down tonight. Make sure it's done. That's the start of writing it down tonight. Do it again tomorrow, the next day, and watch. Watch. I could be wrong. It may not work for you, but it worked for me. But watch how fast you start believing in yourself again. Watch how fast the old you starts to lose. Getting those small wins, not big wins, those small wins, and just keep walking, keep showing up, and don't quit. So once again, anybody that's watching this video, man, this video may not be for you or for anybody else that you may know. But if you ever run into that person that's still waiting on their new self to come out, this is the opportunity. Share this. I know there's somebody out there that needs it. One more, another one down. I'll be to you guys tomorrow with another video, and hope it resonates with this one.